In the news this evening, Tobago stalwart and retired teacher Keneta Bob has died. A suspect is held in connection with recent murders in Tobago. We'll tell you what the police are saying about this latest development. All three Tobago medium bands are in the Panorama finals scheduled for this coming weekend. And we talk exclusively with TEMA's director Alan Stewart about the effects of climate change on Tobago. And in sports, FC Phoenix secured its third win over the weekend. Good evening, I'm Patricia Nicholson-Richards. This is your Tobago Updates television news for Monday, 29th January 2024. To our top story, we begin with some sad news. Tobago stalwart and retired teacher Keneta Bob has died. A Facebook post by the Scarborough Secondary Alumni Association a short while ago confirmed her passing. She was a teacher at Scarborough Secondary School. It was just in 2020 when Cradley Trace in the Scarborough-Collar Hall district was renamed in Keneta Bob's honor. In 2018, she was named Tobago's teacher icon by the Trinidad and Tobago Unified Teachers Association tutor. And we'll bring you more on her life and legacy in a subsequent newscast. Tobago Updates extends deepest condolences to her relatives and friends. To other news now, a suspect is awaiting a court appearance to face charges in connection with recent murders in Tobago. Senior Superintendent Rodel Kirk provided details about the advancements being made in solving the recent string of murders.
We have arrested one person and charges were laid, so that person is due to appear before the courts. It's an 18-year-old youth from Tobago, and that is all I'm prepared to say at this time.
When contacted for clarification, ACP Collis Hazel indicated that the suspect may face charges for more than one murder. However, he did not want to disclose any information until the suspect appeared before the magistrate. 3 murders have been committed in Tobago so far for this year. In the meantime, the senior soup wants Tobagonians to know that the TTPS is working around the clock to capture the perpetrators.
I just want to assure the public that the police are doing everything within their power to deal with these murders, and we have to urge the public to be a bit patient, because a murder investigation is one that is complex, and whilst we know that there's a lot of work to go into it, we don't give away accuracy for speed.
However, he stressed the need for cooperation from the public towards solving crime in Tobago.
We are not only out there to say we're going to lock up people. We are out there to protect and serve you. You don't know the gun that is moving on the roadway, if it may affect you or your family members. So we are urging, give us our chance to do what you pay us to do.
Senior Superintendent Kirk reported that one of their road exercises resulted in the arrest of 3 young men in possession of marijuana for trafficking near the Goodwood High School on Sunday. Well, in a thrilling night of musical prowess, the Panorama 2024 Medium Band semi-finals delivered spectacular performances from 13 competing bands. Following the intense competition, only the top 10 bands earned spots in the finals, 3 of which hail from Tobago. Leading the pack with an impressive 276 points, Cats and Jammers Steel Orchestra. They placed first. Dixieland Steel Orchestra secured the 7th position with a commendable score of 265 points, while NGC Steel Explosion clinched the 9th spot with a total of 260 points. We also have a Pan Elders placing 6th with 266 points. Not a Tobago band, but the arranger, O.J. Richards, is from Tobago. Of course, Tobago Updates congratulates all the bands that have advanced to the final leg of the competition, which is scheduled for Sunday, February 4th at the parade grounds of the Dwight York Stadium in Tobago. The show begins at 7 p.m. While staying in the spirit of Carnival and ensuring that everyone has a fair chance at being successful, the Ministry of Tourism, Culture and the Arts announced substantial grant support for unsponsored steel bands, recognizing their integral role in the upcoming Panorama festivities. Teresa Phillips, who has been covering our steel bands extensively, has the details.
$4 million in grants has been allocated to support 8,000 players of unsponsored conventional bands and single-pan bands participating in this year's Carnival activities. At a presentation ceremony held at the National Academy for the Performing Arts Napa last Thursday, Culture Minister Randall Mitchell and Pan Trinbago President Beverly Ramsey Moore led the proceedings. They acknowledged the significant contributions these musicians make to Trinidad and Tobago's cultural landscape. Ramsey Moore expressed gratitude for the financial support. She noted the financial challenges faced by unsponsored bands in participating in events like Panorama. She emphasized the Steel Pan fraternity's role in positive social transformation, highlighting the dedication of band members to nurturing young talents and molding responsible citizens. Each player will receive $500 each as the government recognizes the efforts of unsponsored steel bands and enhances their capabilities, ensuring the continued vibrancy of the steel band tradition. This initiative forms part of a broader commitment by the government to nurture and preserve the country's rich cultural heritage. Trevisa Phillips, Tobago Updates Television News.
The Signal Hill Primary School reopened as normal today after being temporarily closed last week due to rodent infestation. Tobago officer for the Trinidad and Tobago Unified Teachers Association, Braden Roberts, spoke about the health and the safety status of the school along with the condition of other schools on the island. Here's more.
Roberts explained that the rodent dropping situation at the Signal Hill Primary School has been dealt with by the Division of Health, Wellness and Social Protection. He also spoke about a similar situation at the St. Andrew's Anglican Primary School. This school also has derelict items contributing to the rodent infestation, and it does not end there. Mount St. George Methodist Primary School was also infested with rodents.
We have at Mount St. George, that I've made mention to Mount St. George Methodist. I'm not certain to what extent of cleaning took place there, but I got no further updates with Mount St. George, so I'm trusting that health would have done the needful there.
Rat droppings were also found at the Scarborough Methodist Primary School.
So we need to treat with the environment of the school and ensure the health and safety is at its optimum, so that we don't have all these, what we call flu season and so on, where we realize that the cold is getting even more devious. And
the tutor officer highlighted that the community plays a key role in the prevention of this issue since many people litter near the schools.
We need to be mindful as to when the garbage trucks will be passing. So I think the education division needs to liaise with health to see how we can have the timely taking up of the garbages in these schools.
Roberts noted that not all schools have bins on the inside where garbage can be properly disposed of. He underscored the issue of the times when cleaners and handymen do their jobs at the schools, noting that the process is not well managed. Ariana Scipio, Tobago Updates Television News.
Coming up next, reporter Tanika Cruikshank talks exclusively with TEMA's director on disaster preparedness and climate change. Stay tuned.
Yo everyone, it's your boy Harry here from Authentic Builders General Hardware, located right here in Stobay Local Road, Tobago. That's correct, right here in Tobago. And we are offering you guys the best prices on all hardware material. And if you would like to get your free quotation done, all you have to do is WhatsApp us at 272-1990 and we will give you guys the best prices on all hardware material. That is a guarantee, as we are matching or beating any quotations.
Your destiny. The best way to predict it is to create it. Do you see yourself exploring exotic destinations or spending quality time with family? However you see yourself, create your own retirement destiny with Tata Life's Destiny Personal Savings Booster. Choose from one of 3 investment options with guaranteed minimum investment returns to secure a monthly retirement income for life, with the option to choose your retirement age. So what's your retirement destiny? Call 62-TATIL or visit tatil.co.tt to learn more today. Conditions apply. Tatil Life, a member of the Answer McCall Group.
At JK Tech, we bring technology to your doorstep. From cutting-edge laptops to reliable printers, we've got it all. Nationwide delivery and a new website for easy online ordering. JK Tech is your one-stop shop for your electronics and computer needs. Carrying top brands such as Acer, Samsung, HP, and much more. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at JKTechTT or visit jktech.tt.com. Quality tech is just a click away. JK Tech. Evaluate your shopping experience, your tech, your way. Call or WhatsApp 383-2651. Shop smart, shop JK Tech.
The Tobago Updates television news. It is the dry season in Trinidad and Tobago. With this comes many natural disaster risks such as wildfires, heat waves, drought and dust storms, to name a few. In this regard, Tobago Updates spoke exclusively with the director of the Tobago Emergency Management Agency, Alan Stewart, about his agency's preparedness for the season and climate change. Tanika Cruikshank has the details.
TEMA's director, Alan Stewart, warned that global warming may be imminent. Hence, the agency's collaboration with other Caribbean emergency stakeholders to develop a strategy to approach the situation differently.
We have recognized what is happening with the weather. Short bursts of rainfall. Just when the COP28 was wrapping up its work in Dubai, I think that was the 12th. By 1 week after that, we saw what happened in Charlottesville on the 19th of December, where adverse weather conditions and downpours would have impacted that small element of the island in such a way that it caused severe flooding to the point where home was damaged.
He said TEMA is prepared should a natural disaster occur, as they've adopted UN's Global Risk Reduction and Resilience Strategy for the last 2 years.
TEMA being ready does not automatically mean that the rest of the island is ready in terms of other institutions, for example, other communities and residential properties and other businesses in the business sector. These are critical areas that we continue to work with. The objective speaks to what we are pushing for.
Stewart gave some advice on how people should behave during this dry season, particularly in light of the increased frequency of bushfires.
If you are gardening, that the slash and burn may not be the best way to go about it, and therefore you seek your permits to do your outdoor fires if it becomes a necessity. The other thing that comes along with the dry season is water, from two angles. You have water impacting water, the scarcity of water in some areas. Our reservoirs will be challenged during this period.
Stewart encouraged people to conserve water and routinely change water in storage areas, as they may spread to diseases like dengue. Tanika Cruikshank, Tobago Updates Television News.
Director of Food Crop Production in the Division of Food Security, Natural Resources, the Environment and Sustainable Development, Tanika Seals Mansanu, spoke in detail about the present situation of Tobago's farming population. She was a guest on our Tobago Updates morning show amid reports about Tobago's farming population being on the decline. Ariana Sipiu has the report.
Seals Manzano stated that the number of farmers has increased from 1,000 to over 4,000 from 2015 to present. She highlighted that there is an aging farming population on the island, and the Division of Food Security recognized that for the farming community to continue, direct interventions need to be made.
We would recognize that there are challenges in agriculture in terms of the demography of Tobago. We have between farmers on lands between 0.2 and 0.4 hectares. That means we have small scale farmers as opposed to Trinidad with larger land size.
She noted that the division needs to rationalize the list of farmers to identify the number of active and inactive farmers and to move production from subsistence to commercial. She said that farmers need to capitalize on what they have and treat farming as a business.
That's the only way we're going to get to food, to be food secure and to have more persons fully engaged in farming. So right now we have a number of farmers that are what we consider part-time farmers.
The Director of Food Crop production pointed out that farming requires commitment if farmers are going to rely on manual labor. However, she spoke about the implementation of modern technology use and practices.
So that's what the division has been doing coming out of that. You would have seen recently that we'd have purchased more tractors to be able to service the farmers. We are giving more training sessions towards those things that are challenges.
Seals Manzano shared that the assessment of farmers is ongoing. Moreover, the division is focusing on climate-smart technology, modern techniques and practices, efficient methods of irrigation, and an agri-development center which would help farmers develop business plans and provide guidance to access loans and grants. Ariana Scipio, Tobago Updates Television News.
Well, stakeholders involved in the hosting of the 2023 Tobago October Carnival were celebrated at a special function which took place last Thursday. Prizes were also distributed for the Band of the Road competition. The event took place at the Shaw Park complex. Candice Jackson has the story.
October Carnival 2023 was a success according to the Secretary of Tourism, Culture, Antiquities and Transportation, Tashia Boris.
When you looked at the fact that for a carnival that is only 2 years old, that welcomed approximately 25,000 people into our capital over the course of 72 hours with no major incidents reported, that is what success looks like to us.
For this reason, she thanked all of the sponsors and stakeholders who came on board with the division and contributed to its success.
You took a chance on a new product. You did not know what the result would have been. But Tobagonians, we don't know how to fail. So we only knew how to look at what we did the first year and see how we can do it better.
Special recognition was given to Caribbean Limited, Caribbean Airlines Limited, B-Mobile, Republic Bank Limited, Amplia, and Medical Air Services Limited, MASA, as the major sponsors. Additionally, prizes were awarded to B-Mobile's Band of the Road competition. This marked the first year of the competition with bands solely adjudged based on people's choice. The winners in the 3 categories, Best Cultural Presentation, Traditional Mass, and Contemporary Mass, were Mariah Heritage Group, Sisters in Culture, and Iconic Mass, respectively. During the appreciation ceremony, Cindy Lou Edwards, chairman of the Tobago Festivals Commissions Limited, also presented what can be expected for the National Carnival festivities in Tobago.
On Saturday 10th, we have Kiddies Carnival in Scarborough, and on Sunday the 11th, Kiddies Carnival goes to Roxborough. On Monday the 12th, there is Juve in Roxborough and Crown Point. On that day also, we have traditional mass, we have night mass, and we have old mass. On Tuesday, we have the pretty mass with the kings and queens and individuals of the bands.
Mud Mass will bring the National Carnival celebrations to a close on Carnival Tuesday. Candice Jackson, Tobago Updates Television News.
And that event actually took place at the Pigeon Point Heritage Park and not at the Shaw Park Cultural Complex. Well, B-Mobile will be launching its first B-Square event in Tobago on the 30th of January 2024 for the Carnival season. The event will take place at the Scarborough Esplanade from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. and is free to the public. Headlining the event will be B-Mobile's newest brand ambassador, soca star Nyla Blackman. Other artists listed to perform include Lyrical, Sherwin Winchester, Farmer Nappy, Iowa George, and Kerwin Dubois. Tobago Updates will carry the event live. Coming up in our sports report, FC Phoenix has secured its 3rd win. All the football action and more when we return.
Yes, you come in. Long time I see you, Jill. This station complete. Ready for children party. Mommy! Jay, you can't go nowhere with these children. And you know you can't depend on Kevin neither Steven to see about them. Yeah, total waste. So I supposed to stay home whole time? Jada is 12. She could see about them. You just leave Jada to see about Kia and Kayla. I thought it's your mother or your sister. Who? Them always busy. Jada could handle that. She cooking and cleaning a long time. And the next 2 better know what time it is. It's only me, you know. I will talk to my mother. She just home these days. She will make sure the children okay. Alright. Let me see the moves for later.
Before
Before you ramage, make sure the children are okay. Call 996 to report all child abuse now. A message from the Children's Authority of Trinidad and Tobago.
Tobago Glass Supplies has been a leading name for over 37 years in the glass and aluminum market in Tobago. We provide an extensive range of high-quality, innovative aluminum and glass products for commercial and residential use. Competitive prices with superior and professional services by committed employees who are guided by rigid quality standards. Tobago Glass Supplies specializes in the manufacture and installation of glass and aluminum products that are essential to today's homeowners and the business environment. We are engaged in marketing, sales, and installation of a variety of products. These ranges from windows and doors to necessities such as mirrors for homes and vehicles, designed and manufactured in-house or imported.
Welcome to a sport report. 1976 FC Phoenix secured its third win in the Tier 1 division of the Trinidad and Tobago Football League. They battled against Eagles FC and walked away with a 2-1 victory. With all the details on how the match played out at the Arima Velodrome last Friday, let's turn to reporter Marcus Daniel.
Victory in hand, 1976 FC Phoenix rising through the ranks of the Trinidad and Tobago Football League. Phoenix had to come from behind to claim all 3 points in a 2-1 victory against Eagles FC. The Canaan boys entered the match in 10th place, trailing Eagles by 2 points, who were 8th before kickoff. The home team had the perfect start in the 11th minute when their Charlottesville-born striker Kevin Showtime Woodley tucked away a rebound to score his 6th goal of the season. However, Phoenix rose to the occasion and equalized in the 18th minute through the inform attacker Jem Gordon, who also notched his 6th goal of the season after wrongling Eagles custodian Nicholas Dick. With previous home wins against Terminix La Hoqueta Rangers and Central FC, Phoenix scored another goal in the first half, securing their first away win outside the comforts of the Dwight York Stadium. Jariel Arthur sealed the 3 points for Nigel Souza's men in the 28th minute with a header past Dick to notch his 2nd goal of the season. Phoenix leapfrogged the Eagles in the standings, causing Eagles to slip 9th in the 11-team table. Up next for Phoenix is another away clash at the Arima Velodrome against 10th place Caledonia this coming Friday. Marcus Daniel, Tobago Update Sports.
The Tobago Motorsports Association is condemning the recent activities of some of its members at the Mainridge Forest Reserve on Sunday. A video on social media captured a vehicle drifting near the visitors' center with several spectators. When contacted, Dexter Sandy, president of the TMA, clarified that this activity was not sanctioned by the association. He expressed disappointment in the behavior of the drivers, although they're affiliated with the TMA. Drivers are strictly prohibited from engaging in any motorsports activities outside of designated areas and approved times specified by the TMA. Currently, the TMA has permission to use the Bacolet Parade grounds for activities during specific times. Efforts are underway to establish a permanent area for motorsports in Tobago. However, Sandy lamented that the actions of a few members could jeopardize their ongoing efforts to establish motorsports in Tobago. The TMA is actively exploring disciplinary measures against the members involved in Sunday's unauthorized activities and will address the matter further in the coming days. The Mainridge Forest Reserve, recognized as the oldest protected rainforest in the Western Hemisphere, is home to over 210 bird species. Additionally, it is part of the UNESCO Man and the Biosphere designation for Northeast Tobago and is listed as one of the natural heritage sites under the National Trust of Trinidad and Tobago. While students from across Tobago participated in the annual Relay Festival at the Dwight York Stadium last week, it was a show of excellence and endurance as the student athletes competed against each other. Sport reporter Marcus Daniel has the highlights in this story.
Sport and Education Unit of the Division of Education, Research and Technology held its Sport and Education Unit of the Division of Education, Research and Technology held its annual Relay Festival at the Dwight York Stadium last Thursday. 17 primary schools across the island faced a starter in multiple relay races. The student athletes competed in under 9, under 11, under 13 and 13 to 15. Scarborough Methodist accumulated the highest team points of 95 to take the top school. St. Andrews Anglican with 75 and Lambo Anglican with 65 were second and third respectively. Up next, the zonals commencing on Monday 5th February, once again at the Dwight York Stadium. Marcus Daniel, Tobago Update Sports.
And that's it for a sports report. We'll go to a short break and return with more. Stay tuned.
This is how it's gonna go. They better look up below, 'cause this is your show, and everybody's gonna know. Say it to them once again. They better look up below. This is your show, and everybody's gonna know. That's how it's gonna go. They better look up below, 'cause this is your show. Live more.
Coconut's Cafe, the buffet restaurant that specializes in all your tasty local dishes. For breakfast and for lunch. Breakfast includes coconut bake and sada roti, served with chokers, bull joil and sausages in tomato sauce. Not forgetting beef and cheese pies, shepherd's pie, macaroni pie and rice in various styles. Meat served in a variety of flavors, garden salads and pasta salads. All this accompanied by fruit juices, coconut water, your choice of a great combination to appease your taste buds. So call us today to order, as we are here to accommodate your busy schedules or if you are having a cooking day off.
Welcome back. At the presidential inauguration ceremony held at the Magdalena Resort on Sunday, members of the Trinidad and Tobago Medical Association had a thrilling evening as the new president was welcomed. Tanika Cruikshank has the details.
The Trinidad and Tobago Medical Association, Dr. Simone McPhee, stated that the association is vital to the advancement of medical professional interests as it upholds the highest standard of medical practice.
Who else would teach pharmacology and insanely harass these young medical students, calling them out in the huge amphitheater, demanding answers to questions, inviting them down to the lectern to clarify concepts, volunteering them to come up and model where I could demonstrate things.
Terence Dialsing, the Minister of Health, stated that Dr. Simone McPhee will be responsible for overseeing the team, which will add a new duty on her already powerful intellect.
Dr. McPhee, you are going to be leading a team. Like Dr. Armstrong, who learned from humanity in his different jobs outside of medicine, he realized that no one knows it all.
Dialsing stated Dr. McPhee was the right person for the position, as she has been working hard over the years. He believes she will take the association to a whole new level.
Every day when I look at the news around the world, I feel lucky. I feel lucky that we have our problems. Some of it, okay, we'll get to that. But I feel lucky that this country has took us into its bosom and nurtured us.
The Medical Association was praised for promoting high-quality healthcare services and for its support of the public health programs in Trinidad and Tobago. Tanika Cruikshank, Tobago Updates Television News.
Tobago large bands, NLCB Buccaneers and RBC Redemption Songsetters have failed to secure spots in the Panorama large band finals. They placed 13th and 15th respectively. However, amidst the outcome, there's a glimmer of Tobagonian pride as 3 arrangers from the island have successfully steered their bands into the finals. Duvon Stewart, arranging for BP Renegades, clinched the top spot, while Ojo Richards and Kirsch Ramsey, directing arrangements for Nutrient Silver Stars, came in at 10th place. The large band finals are slated to unfold on February 10th, 2024 at the Queen's Park Savannah in Port of Spain at 7 p.m. While Minister of Public Utilities Marvin Gonzalez said he will appear before the Joint Select Committee to speak about the October 9th cybersecurity attack at the Telecommunications Services of Trinidad and Tobago, TSTT. This stems from the JSC meeting on last Monday, where TSTT's cyber attack was discussed. 6 gigabytes of stakeholder and customer data were compromised. During the meeting, acting CEO Kent Western implied that former CEO Lisa Agard misled Gonzalez on the matter. This also resulted in Agard seeking legal action based on defamation. And now for the weather report from the TNDT Met Office. Tonight, mostly fair despite the occasional isolated shower. Temperatures will drop to around 25 degrees Celsius. Tomorrow, expect sunny, slightly hazy and at times breezy conditions despite 1 or 2 brisk passing showers. A significant concentration of Saharan dust is in the atmosphere and sensitive persons should take the necessary precautions. Temperatures are expected to rise to about 31 degrees Celsius with a heat index of 35 degrees. Seas are moderate with waves up to 2 meters in open waters and less than 1.2 meters in sheltered areas. Sunrise is at 6:27 a.m. and sunset at 6:05 p.m. And that's how we end this evening's newscast. Let's recap the headlines before we go. Suspect held in connection with recent murders in Tobago. All 3 Tobago medium bands advanced to the Panorama finals. TIMA's Director Alan Stewart spoke on the matters of climate change and disaster preparedness. And in sport, FC Phoenix secured its 3rd win over the weekend. I'm Patricia Nicholson Richards, thanking you so much for joining us and wishing you a good night.